Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. Today, I wanted to talk about a privacy issue that many people probably have overlooked and is potentially impactful on every American's lives at least. And what I wanted to discuss is the impact that new COVID-related laws could have on individuals' privacy. And there's a number of ways that these regulations can impact people and their ability to basically protect their own information and also kind of keep their lives out of the government surveillance. And we saw a similar effect after 9/11. 9/11 was obviously a terrible time, but the regulators, the government used that event to pass a lot of surveillance acts that are still in effect today for monitoring United States citizens and their behavior, their communications, their movements, etc. And I think laws related to COVID have the potential to lead to a similar effect. And what I mean by that is if the government puts regulations in place to, one, monitor if people are infected. These regulations could be put in place as a kind of deceptive way of tracking contact with people who have maybe been infected to the disease, but likely those laws would stay in place for decades after the COVID pandemic goes away. So basically, the government will use COVID to pass laws related to, bailouts of certain businesses, stimulus packages for citizens and businesses, and then include sections about basically unrelated things. A recent COVID law included specific laws about certain streaming sites, and it increased the penalties for streaming content illegally on the internet, which to me seems completely unrelated. And I think to most people that would be completely unrelated. But because these bills include things like stimulus money for people making less than $75,000 a year, unemployment benefits, all that stuff, people are very supportive of these laws. And then there's these little sections that get overlooked or just kind of swept in with the bill itself, and we don't even know that it's passed until it impacts our lives. So I think we need to take a closer look at the laws that are passed related to COVID because of the potential they have to impact our privacy going forward. If the government's able to, say, track our phones, our locations of our phones for contact tracing purposes, there's no reason that they would turn that off going forward. Although the government could still be monitoring our activity through different programs, if there's laws that explicitly give them permission to do so, any legal battles that come up will likely go to the side of the government because of these new regulations. So this could mean certain internet behaviors could be monitored, certain data that's gathered from your mobile device, from your computer, certain communications could be monitored. There's just a lot of things that could get swept in with these COVID laws. I'm not trying to scare people. I'm not trying to spread conspiracy theories or anything like that because I don't think that's helpful, and I don't want to talk about things that are baseless. But with the COVID laws, similar to 9/11, we've seen new unrelated laws get passed as well. And that's just what I wanted to talk about. I just want people to think about that. So look at the laws that are passing in your states or on the federal level. And I think it's important for us to speak out against laws that, diminish our right to privacy. Because I think, although there's debate about this, I think privacy is a basic right at some level. And as new privacy, basically laws that don't respect people's privacy are passed, that right is kind of diminishing. So that's just one thing to think about. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys watching, and look for more videos soon.